Hey, welcome back to the shop. I'm going to be putting a rear LED Ford emblem on the Lightning. I'm not going to show every little piece of taking everything apart because it's pretty self-explanatory. One of the things would be taking the plate off of the back of the tailgate, some torque screws. On the Lightning, it's a big plastic plate. It's pretty much the size of the whole tailgate. You take that off, and there's some access holes once that's removed. And it's kind of got to, with as far as taking the rear emblem off, whether you want to save it or not, is going to be how long it takes. I mean, saving it wise, meaning breaking tabs off the back of it. There's these little clips on the inside, so if you want to reuse it, you could take more time, but really, it's mostly held with glue. The tabs hold it too, but the glue is holding it more. So if you just pry it off, it'll just come off from the outside. You won't even have to go on the inside. But that's up to you. But pretty much, if you're going to do this, you're more than likely never going to put it back on there. You don't actually damage the outside of it. It's just the tabs will come off. But no big deal there. Just a quick place of where I wired it, which I think is a better idea. This is coming from a Ford tech to the trailer harness, right? Just one wire, and then the other wire can go to ground. So it's a fairly quick install. Me finding which wire it was going to be is going to take the longest amount of time, but other than that, everything is pretty quick. So to get this off, I used these pry tools, and when it was on the tailgate, I started with this one to break it loose enough to get the thicker one in there. And then once you just pull it, it kind of, I didn't care to save it. So if you want to save it, as far as these tabs, then don't do it this way. But I really didn't care if they broke off, and I got this off in about 30 seconds doing it that way. So yeah, I just didn't care about that, but that's the way to do it if you want to get it off quick. Then I just ran a fish tape. It was easier to go this way to the hole so that I can pull the wires through. For those of you with big meat hooks like I got, there's the studs that hold the light on. Now, the studs are not installed when you get it. They're like this. I put the nut on there, but you install the stud, after you get it out of the package. So the best thing to do is put the nut on, drop it in the hole, and then thread the stud into the emblem underneath, down here on the bottom. And it's way easier that way, and then you can pretty much spin the nut all the way down and then just use a wrench. But yeah, that was a lot easier doing it that way. So now just have to put that cover back on, and then the rest is just wiring underneath. Even just having the all black truck, this looks a lot better than the other emblem anyway, as is. So onto the wiring. Right, so under here I decided to go to the trailer plug, and I'm tapped off the running lights on the brown. So whenever the running lights are on, it'll send power to that badge or emblem. And then there is a ground right here on the frame, and I just ran the ground to that. So I don't foresee any issues with this here, but if there is, it's an easy fix. I can easily get to that at any time, but I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. So now we will get the key. There you have it. Curious, I'm going to turn the lights off. and it's off. That's it. So here it is outside. It's pretty bright outside. The camera doesn't really do it justice, but it's just as bright, if not a little brighter than the taillights. So that'll do it for the rear Ford LED emblem install. If I was to do it again, it would have been so much quicker, just because I wanted to figure out which wire to tap into back there, and it's such a short run. It's directly in the hole right after you get it out of the tailgate. I read somewhere where a Ford tech has hooked it up that way, and that's probably the best way to do it instead of going to a taillight. So that's the way I did it. So please like and subscribe, and there's more to come, and we will catch you on the next one.